So morbidly obese takes the cake. I guess, pun not intended. I promise. Anyways, welcome on in, everyone. It's time for more Chaos Child. We are starting chapter 6 since last time we finished chapter 5. We didn't get quite to the title card for chapter 6, so we'll be approaching that here. Because last time I happened to notice the quick save. It's like, I'm willing to bet we're on the next chapter now. And I was tired because I did Lethal Company with friends beforehand, so it's like, EP. Can I summarize chapter 5? Yes. Takaru is confirmed a gigalomaniac. Shocking to us, definitely. But definitely genuinely shocking to him because, like, he doesn't know anything. But he's slowly learning. Will he get a D-sword faster than Takumi and Chaos Head? Probably not. I'm willing to bet probably not. But we shall see. Let's get back into it, I guess. Yeah, I didn't load. I'm so smart. Yeah, okay. I was thrown off because, like, yes, date. Okay, October 12th, 2015, Monday. We don't need a recap, more or less, of what happened in Chaos Head.
Hey,
is that the thing? The one that's really popular right now? What? Really? That's crazy. Oh, why the hell is that popular? It's supposed to curse you, right? Isn't that crazy? Come on, let's take one. Come on, that's crazy. It's crazy. No, senpai. Is that the thing? What thing? Huh? You haven't heard about them, senpai? The sumo stickers. Sumo stickers? Oh, come on, you're joking, right? Don't tell me you've never heard of them. No, I seriously haven't. Seriously? They're really popular right now. Popular? The creepiest hell. No, I guess popular isn't the right word. They were found at the sites of those murders, you know, the weird ones. And stickers were? Why? I don't know why, but it probably means something, right? Sumo stickers, huh? They couldn't have picked a better name. Look, here's another sumo sticker. Wow, there are even more of them. Wait, what the heck are you doing? Aren't they kind of cute? Like if you put one on your back? You're kidding me, right? Cute? What's wrong with you? I'm telling you, they're really popular. Don't you think so? Get that thing away from me. It makes me feel sick looking at it, kind of. See? See? She says it makes her feel sick. No way, it's cute. Huh? What did you put on that? Oh, this? It's that sticker. Neat, huh? The not Crocs. Like I'm pretty sure the like alligator is like almost exactly how it is for the logo. And then just spelled with a Q instead of the second C. That's really funny to me. Oh, I like it. Right? This is gonna be the next big thing. Wouldn't it look cute on a t-shirt? No. But don't you think people would say it's inappropriate? Sure, but who cares? If we all wear them. Want to try and make some merchandise? That's a great idea. Like socks or something. It might be cute. Maybe I'll think about it. Sniff, sniff. What's up? Do you smell something burning? Ah, yeah. It happened here, I heard. What did? You heard about the person going around setting all the fires, right? The serial arsonist? Oh, yeah, I think I did. And it's supposed to be because of that cursed sticker or whatever. What's with that? Seriously. It's supposed to be the same as that last thing, right? The new gen madness, you mean? Yeah, that new gen. It's a copy of that. It's just getting really bad. It should be, man. No, the curse stickers again. It's always going to be the curse stickers here, Peachy. So as you can see, the dates of all these incidents match the dates of the original New Generation madness. And people are asking what the connection might be. What are your thoughts on this? Well, it's safe to assume that there's some kind of connection. But at the moment, I think it's too early to assume that all these are the work of the same culprit. And why is that? The sumo stickers that were found at the scene can also be found everywhere in Shibuya. It should be relatively easy to find one. Thus, it's possible that someone left them at the scene to make it look like the same person was responsible for all the incidents. If I were just in this world as a bystander in Shibuya, I probably would be inclined to agree with the commentator here to some extent, because that does make sense to draw to that conclusion. It's like, oh, maybe they're just trying to frame the actual sticker maker. But since we're not in that world and we know stuff, it's connected. There's a video from a sticker's perspective. You don't get that shit if the stickers aren't connected to the murders, man. So, you think they're trying to confuse the police? Yes, that's what I think. Especially in an internet-oriented society like ours, information like that travels fast. It's possible that someone heard about the first case and decided to imitate it. I guess? And there's still a lot of mysteries to be solved here. I hope we get a chance to revisit this at a later date. Now, an update on a series of arson attacks that have been taking place in Shibuya, Tokyo. Shibuya. Chapter 6, Their Resistance. 1. Resistance of the Looming Past. October 12th, 2015. Monday. I can't believe there was something like that in the basement of AH Tokyo General Hospital, though. Shinjo Takashi frowned as he leaned back into the sofa inside the messy office. The Phrygia Credit Bureau was located on the second floor of an old multi-purpose building in Sakuragaoka. At this hour, the 20 or so desks in the room were mostly empty, but that didn't mean that things weren't busy. Research agencies like Phrygia did a lot of work outside the office, especially it was precisely because they were busy that there was no one here. Three people were having a serious discussion inside the empty office. Well, I can understand why you'd be skeptical. In front of him was the CEO of Phrygia, Momose Katsuko. Why would I waste my time lying to you? Kunosato Miya was sitting further away from him, not even bothering to conceal her displeasure. It was clear she had no intention of being friendly with him. Well, I'm not saying that I don't actually believe you. I know there's a lot of weird rumors about that hospital. And now we've got living proof too. Shinjo looked at the other person on the sofa. It was a tiny little girl. She was really taking care of the patients in the facility. Yeah, that's right. I think we can get anything out of her now. You can try, but you might just be disappointed. Huh? Well, you see, I want to go back. Yeah, that's fair. Like, you were busy taking care of them. Like, she obviously cares about them. Sheesh. Please, I want to go back. Please let me go back. And that's all she ever says, that she wants to go back. She won't answer any of our questions. I mean, you blatantly kidnapped her. Put her back. Sheesh. I'm sorry to see you having a hard time with anything Momose-san. Shinjo stood up and dragged an office chair over to the sofa the girl was sitting on. He sat down as slowly as he could, so as to not to scare her, and looked at her at eye level. Yamazoe Yuki-kun, right? He tried to speak as softly as he could, but she still shivered at his voice. No need to be scared. I'm a policeman. Totally reassuring words. A policeman? That's right. So, don't worry. If you're a policeman, then please, help me. I got kidnapped by these strange ladies. Of course. So, first, I want you to tell me who locked you in that dark basement. These people kidnapped me. Help me. Send me back. I did say that initially as a bit, but like I'm not surprised that she's actually saying that. Yamazoe Yuki looked at Kunosato-san, or just Kunosato, for just an instant, and then looked back to Shinjo, begging. So I'm a kidnapper, you see. Want to arrest me? Don't make this any more complicated. Hey, Yuki-kun. You seem to be misunderstanding things. No, she's not. You were being made to do terrible things in the basement, and now you've been rescued. I don't think chopping her in the neck and taking her to some place without any sort of consent qualifies as being rescued. There was nothing terrible about it. I was just helping everyone. That's my job. So I had to go back. Everyone will have trouble without me. I'll explain why even a veteran like Momo-chan was having trouble. Shinjo looked at the two and shrugged. I don't know what to do. Take her back? Sheesh. Right? Take her back, you dumbasses. God. This is not how you interact with people.
聞いた限りだと
From what
地下
I've
の環境は
heard,
かな
things
り
in that
劣悪で
basement
すよ
were
ね。
pretty bad.
普
I
通
wonder if a
女の
normal
子も
girl
そ
would
んな
want
と
to
ころ
go
に
back
帰りたいっ
there.
て思うもんですかね。
Bruh. Just bruh.
私ならごめん
I
と思うのは
wouldn't.
ね。
Well, what we do
まあ、
here might be just
う
as
ちも仕
bad.
事内容の劣悪さじゃ負けてないと思うけど。
You literally kidnapped her, so no shit. That is all. What was I troubled?
そいつの頭皮を見て
I
みた
took a
が、
look at her scalp,
ロボト
and
ミ
there's
ーや
no
電気ショッ
traces
ク
of
の痕跡は
lobotomy
な
or
い。
electric shocks. I mean, fair, good to know. Wait, you can't... I would sure hope there's no sign of a lobotomy in her scalp. That's not how lobotomies work, last I was aware.
ちゃんと脳の検査をしないと
We won't know
断
for
定は
sure
できない
unless we
な。
do a brain scan. But my guess is that she's been locked down there for so long that she's simply stopped
自分
questioning
の境
it.
遇に疑問を抱かなくなってしまったんだろう。
And this is why disability rights are important, because dumb shit like this happens. Like, she's literally helping all these disabled people that otherwise can't fit in society normally, like...
虐待されてる子供と同じ
Same
か。
as an abused child, huh? No! Quite actually not.
ああ、
Yeah.
どうしたもんかな。
I don't know what to do. Shinjo looked back at the girl. It now seemed as if she was about to cry, and started to scratch his head. How are these people scientists? Okay, well, first of all, one of them is a cop. So him being stupid checks out. Second of all, the other person, Momose, she's not a scientist either. She's a journalist. That helps the police sometimes, obviously. And then the only actual scientist here, Kusanado, she's a high schooler. That's all. As of now, the police had no reason to make a move on AH Tokyo General Hospital. None of the evidence he'd gathered had been acquired by legal means. Yeah, this girl also wasn't acquired by legal means. Take her back! He'd hoped that Yamazawa Uki's testimony would allow her to function as a whistleblower, but that was looking unlikely. Yeah, cause she was blatantly kidnapped, you fuck.
あ、そうだ。
No, right.
Uki-kun?
Uki-kun. Do you know
この
this
少
boy?
年を知ってるね。
Chijo took out a smartphone out of his pocket. Why did I almost say wallet? Oh yeah, let me just take my phone out of my wallet. It was one he'd borrowed from the younger officers. He picked up Miyoshiro Takuru's photo from the ones he'd taken of the people involved at the Hekiho Academy photo shoot.
彼のスマートフォ
He
ン
says that you
を君
picked
は
up
拾
his
ったはずだ。
smartphone.
彼がそう証言してる。
その人
I
な
met
ら
him several
何回か会いま
times,
した。
but what's
でも
a
そのスマートフォン
smartphone?
って一体何ですか？
This section of building is abandoned on an official level, but filled with people we don't seem to have on the books or whatever. Could it be possible that they're homeless squatters? No, this is clearly evidence in favor of our conspiracy theory. Yeah. Like, I don't think they're squatters, to be honest. But they're definitely, like... They're all disabled, for sure. And thereby rejected by society. And definitely homeless, hence them being there, but...
は？
Huh?
何？
What?
その子ね。
She doesn't know about
最近
anything
のものは
that's newer
何
than
も
a
知ら
few
ないわよ。
years old. Jijo thought for a moment, then pointed to his own phone. And this
これが
is a
スマホだ。
smartphone.
これと
He
似たよ
dropped
うな
something
も
like
のを
this,
彼が
and
落
you
として
picked it up.
君が
Do
拾
you
った。
remember?
覚えてないかな。
She looked at the phone in his hands and then nodded softly.
やっぱりそう
And
か。
I thought so.
で、
So,
それ
what
をどう
happened
した
to it?
落ちていた場
I
所
put
に
it back where
す
it
ぐに
was
戻し
right
まし
away.
た。
戻し
You
た
put it back? You
君
didn't
が
take it
持っ
with
て行
you?
ったんじゃなくて
持ってな
I
んてい
wouldn't
き
do
ません。
that.
なんだ
Things
か
I
わから
don't
ないも
understand
の
are
は怖
scary.
いです。
Honestly, that's fair. Valid.
でも宮代
But
君によれば
Miyashiro-kun says
そ
that
の
he
スマ
got
ホ
a
から
call
電話
from
が
that
かかって
phone.
きたって言うんだ。
Wasn't it you who did that?
君がやったんじゃないのか
Huh?
スマホとい
Smartphones are
うのは
machines that
そう
show
やって
pictures
写
like
真を
that,
見る機
right?
会じゃないんで
And
す
they
か？
can make calls
電話
too?
もかけられるんですか？
ああ
Mimose giggled a little. Shinjo glared at her, and then turned the phone around and brought up a number from the address book. He tapped the number. The phone rang for a moment, and then an extremely irritated voice answered.
はい。もしもし、
Yes,
有村ですけ
hello.
ど。
This is Arimura.
ほら、
See,
こうやって電
you
話が
can
でき
make
るんだよ。
calls with it.
な？
Chijo turned up the volume so that Yamazawa Uki could hear it. But she didn't seem to care. I mean,
そうで
I
すか。
see.
もしもし。
Hello. What is this about? If you don't have anything to say, I'm gonna hang up. I'm about to go to
私これからラン
lunch.
チなんで。
いや、用
No,
なら
I
あ
do
るん
have
だ。
something to talk
しかも
about.
大事な
Something
用が。
important. Can you
悪いん
help
だけ
me
ど
with...
ちょっと力を貸し。
お断
No.
りします。
即答はないだろう。
At least let me finish.
ねえ、新庄
Listen,
さん。
Shinjo-san.
私
Am I
ってあなたの
supposed to be
恋
your
人かなんか
girlfriend or
ですか？
something? You're always
何か
calling
ってい
me.
うとす
It's
ぐに
kind
電
of
話して
lewd.
きて。いやらしい。
いやいやいや、待って
No, no, no,
待っ
wait.
て
I didn't mean...
別にそういうつもりじゃ。
なら、
So you're a
ストーカー
stalker
ってことで
then,
いいですね
right?
よくない。
I am not.
困って
I'm
る
in
んだ。
trouble,
助け
and
て
I
くれ
need your
よ。
help.
うわ、出た。
That's what all the
女の敵の
bad
決まり
boys
文句。
say.
それでお
Then
小
you
遣い
beg me
の
for
せい
money,
お
or
金
make me
のた
do
めに
weird
変な
jobs to
バイ
earn
トさせ
cash for
てくる
you.
んですよね。
You make me
最
sick.
低のダメ人間。
I love Arimura so much.
真面目に聞いてくれよ。
Be serious.
大切な
This is
話なんだ。
important, please.
頼む。
Shinjo finally managed to quiet her down, and then told her about AH Tokyo General Hospital, Yamazawa Uki. And then he asked Uki a few more detailed questions, this time so Arimura could hear her responses. And as a result...
あどうだ
the
有村さん。
Arimura-san.
全部白
She's
です
totally clean.
真っ
She
白
didn't tell a single lie.
その子、嘘は一つもついてません。あと、
And she really doesn't know anything about these incidents.
本当に何にも
Do
知
you
らない
think
で
she's
すね
got something to do with the killer?
その子が
If
犯
so,
人と関
then
係
you're
あるとか
wasting
思
your
ってます
time.
だったらか、
そっか。
I see. Shinjo's shoulders slumped when he heard that. He saw that Kunosato's did too. She probably thought that she could learn a lot of what happened, of what she wanted to know from Yamazawa Uki. Kunosato Kunosato frowned and looked up at the ceiling.
有村さん、助かった。
Thanks, Arimura-san.
ありがとう。
You were a big
今
help.
度なんかご
I'll
ちそう
take
す
you
る
to
よ。
lunch or something. Buddy.
は
Huh?
ぁそれって
Are you asking me
もしかして
out on
デ
a
ートに誘ってる
date?
つもりですか
Hell no.
だったら絶対に嫌なんですけど。
未成年を
If
デ
I
ート
took a
になんて
minor
誘
on
った
that
ら
date, I'd
警
lose my
察クビだ
job.
よ。
Anyway,
Ja,
talk to
tara.
you later. One could hope you would lose your job. That's all I'm saying on that one.
またって
What do you mean later? Stop calling me. How many times do I have to? He ended the call before Arimura could say anything else. And finally, the room fell quiet. So you're taking Uki home now, right? Back to the hospital? No one spoke for a while. The only sound was Yamazawa Izuki mumbling, "I want to go home," and stared at her feet, as she stared at her feet, rather.
まあ、
Well,
その子に
we'll
関
keep
して
her
は
here for a
も
while
う少しう
longer.
ちで預かることにするわ。
For what? Take her back. Holy shit. Like, bruh, what about all the people she was fucking taking care of? They were already doing poorly as Gunasalta was taking her, let alone for who knows how long it's been since she's been away. Like, holy shit.
って言っても、
There's not much you
食事と寝
can
る場
do
所の
beyond
提供
give
く
her
らい
food
で
and a place to
大
sleep.
したことはできなさそうだけど。
She already has a place to sleep. Momose stood up and rolled her tired neck. There was an unhealthy popping sound. Wow. It's actually very normal for your joints to pop and crack. Like, that's not... Like, unless her neck snapped, there's no unhealthy popping sounds that happen.
それでも十分助かります。
And it's still a big help.
あっちの方は
So we're going to have to start over from
一からやり直
scratch
し
at
か。
the H Tokyo General Hospital then.
一からっ
Not
てことはないさ。
completely. I'll try to
地下
come
施
up with
設
a
の
way
本
to do
格
a
的な
real
操
search
作が
of
で
that
きないか
underground
手を
facility.
考えてみる。
なんとかなるの？
Can you?
正
If you
式な
file the
手続きを踏ん
appropriate
だところで
paperwork, they're just
ま
going
た
to
どこか
pressure you
か
to shut
ら
it down
圧力
again.
がかかるわよ。
でしょうね。
I'm sure.
でしょう
When
ね
you're
って
sure,
あんた。
then...
そこら辺
Well,
は適当に口実を
I
で
can
っち
come
上
up
げま
with an
す。
excuse.
ダメな
If
ら
it
ダメ
doesn't
で
work, it
や
doesn't
りよう
work.
はあると
But
思
I
う。
think I can do something.
それにお天
And if
道
I can
様の
get
も
this
とに
into
さ
the
らしてし
public
まえば
side, I don't
い
think
く
they'll
ら
be
なん
able
で
to
も無視は
ignore
で
it.
きないでしょうからね。
ふーん。
なんです？
What?
何かお
Did I
かし
say
なことを
something
言いました
strange?
か？
似てきたじゃない
You're starting to remind
Ano
me of
hito ni-
them.
そい
Is
つは
that
喜
something I
んで
can
いい
be
んですか
happy
ね？
about?
どうかしら。
I don't know.
少なく
I
と
have
も
nothing else. You're
いい
probably
死に
in
方
for a
はしない
gruesome
わね。
death. Well, rest in peace, Shinjo. Now that she said it, it's definitely gonna happen. Oh boy, newscaster Watabe murdered. Another copy of the New Generation Madness? Or... Popular online journalist Watabe Tomoaki was murdered on the afternoon of the 10th at a school in Shibuya. The police have become more convinced that the killer in this case is the same as the other murders that are patterned after the New Generation Madness 6 years ago. Watabe visited the school to talk to the students, coughed up sumo stickers, and died when he went on stage. Watabe's stomach was filled with large numbers of the mysterious sumo stickers, and it is believed that these are what choked him. As the sumo stickers are seen everywhere on the streets of Shibuya these days, they seem to think it'll be impossible to track down where the killer found them. Watabe had previously pointed out the relationship between the sumo stickers and the other mysterious deaths that took place on the 7th, 19th, and 29th of last month. The police are assuming there's a connection here. Link. The dude's morbidly obese. No, his morbidly obese. Morbidly obese. And before this is a viral marketing scheme by the sumo wrestler people. Obviously the kids he was interviewing didn't. Morbidly obese. So, wait, we're calling this one morbidly obese? If you guys want to see a sumo sticker that bad, look in the freaking mirror. If you guys still want to see a sumo sticker... Alright, I read that. There's a huge shadowy conspiracy involved in this. All the victims are people who tried to find out about the conspiracy. The ones behind it are also the ones behind the original New Generation Madness. They also eliminated the person who designed the sumo stickers. I bet the kids he was going to talk to are in danger too. So, what, you're a sumo sticker truther? He's reading between the lines. God hath descended, Lamau. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Look at your ID, dude. 991? I don't get it. That has to be some kind of number pun I'm not getting. QQ8. QQE? I don't know. Morbidly obese. Morbidly obese. This thread's almost 1,000 posts long. Why do you guys like sumo so much? So morbidly obese, so morbidly obese. This posts 1,000. I'm gonna win the next sumo tournament. Oh boy.
物体を動かす
The
力
power to move objects.
いわゆる
Telekinesis,
テレ
they
キネ
call
シス
it.
と呼ばれるもの
That's your power,
そ
senpai.
れが先輩の力です。
僕の
My power.
さあ
Now,
念じてみてく
try
だ
and
さい。
focus on it in your mind.
心の
Make it
中で
move.
念じる
Focus on it in my
心の
mind.
中で動け
Move.
動け
Move.
動け動け
Move,
動け
move,
動け
move,
動け
move,
動け
move,
動
move,
け
move,
動
move.
け動けよ
Move! Wow, look. The book on the desk.
マジかよ
Seriously. It's floating.
動い
It moved.
驚きました。
I'm surprised.
これは私が
This
思
may
ってい
be
た
more
以上の
powerful than I
力かもしれ
thought.
ません。宮代拓也、
Miyashiro Takuryu. I've seen your power now with my own eyes.
この目でじっくりと見させてもらった。
ぐ久野里さん
Kunosato-san.
これからはその能力を
From
使
now
っ
on,
て
will you use your
私
power
の
to help
渋谷ニュー
Shibuya
スを手伝って
News?
くれないか。
僕が
She wants me to help with Shibuya News?
私には
I need your power.
君の力が必要なんだ。
あ
Yes, with pleasure.
喜んで
That's great, Taku.
すごい
You're
じゃねえ
amazing,
か
Miyashiro.
ま
Well, of
これ
course,
くらい
this
当
is
然だよ
nothing. Taku.
宮代
タクねえ
Come on,
タクったら
This is
これくらい
nothing.
大したこと大したこと
Nothing. Huh?
起きた。
No, he's up.
ここ
This is my room. And then was that a dream just now? I looked at the clock. It was already well into afternoon, and approaching evening. I see.
そうか
I remembered now. I know with Arimura and Kunosato-san at Cafe Lax, and they came back here late last night, still confused. After that, I got home and did some thinking. Then I did some research on the internet, and finally fell asleep about sunrise. Unless I was only getting up now.
ったく
Sheesh.
人が
Look
心
at me
配して
because
き
I
てやっ
was
たの
worried
に
about you.
気持ち
You're
よく
just
寝てやが
peacefully
るんだもん
asleep.
な
Taku's
タ
so
クはのん
relaxed.
きだね。
What are you guys doing here? Surprise, I leapt out of bed.
なんだ
Oh,
って
that's some
ご挨拶
crying.
だな君は
みんなタクを
Everybody
心
came
配
to
して
see you
様
because
子を
we
見
were
に来たんだ
worried.
よ。
心配
Worried?
僕
About me?
なんで
Why?
だって、
Because, well,
花ちゃん
you know, right, Hana-chan?
か
Kazuki, you
お前まで
too? It was a tiny room, but I only just realized that she was here a second ago.
ちょっとタク
Hey, Taku,
そういう
what's a
言い
mean thing
方
to
は
say?
ひどいよ。
Hana-chan's
花
been
ちゃん
worried
だって
about you this whole
ずっ
time
と気に
too,
してたんだから
right?
ね
And that was surprising. Kazuki was so worried about me that she'd come all this way out here. I figured no matter what happened, she'd still be sitting in the club room playing ESO too.
てか
Come
大
on,
げさなんだよ
guys.
そん
You
な
don't
に
have
心
to
配
get
しな
that
くたって
worried.
でもよ
But you know, a lot
結構い
happened
ろんなことあ
yesterday,
ったろ
right?
そ
昨日
うだよ
That's right.
のんちゃん
Nonchan
も
was
気に
worried
してたよ
too.
のの
No, no.
クリス
Kurisu
が
was.
うん
Yeah.
まさか
You
昨日
didn't
の
tell
こと
her
ベ
about
ラベラ
everything
喋
that
ったりし
happened
てない
last
よ
night,
な
did you?
うん
Sarika? Sarika looked confused.
もしかして話したの
Did
か
you?
うん
Yeah.
例の能力のことを
The stuff about psychic powers too.
うん
Yeah.
なんで言っちゃうんだ
Why
よ
did you tell her?
だって
Because even if you hide
の
things
ん
from
ちゃんには
Nonchan,
隠し
she'll
事して
find
も
out.
バレちゃうんだもん
Yeah, Kurisu was pretty sharp, and I couldn't imagine a girl like Sarika being able to hide anything from her. And I gave up and fell back into bed.
いけなかったかな
Should I not have? Sarika looked apologetic as she fiddled with her Garo Froggy strap.
いやいい
No, it's fine.
話しちゃっ
If you
たのは
told
仕
her,
方
there's
がな
nothing
い
I can do about it now. True. Knowing Kurisu, she was probably really upset now.
で
So,
それでクルス
so
は
what
なん
did
て
she say?
あ
Oh, she
ね
said, since
あ
she
私は
couldn't move
今
right
動け
now,
ないから
she
代
wanted
わり
us
に
to stay
あ
with
な
you.
たたちがタクのそばにいてあげてって
Oh,
それ
was
だ
that
けか
all? Knowing
あいつ
her,
のことだか
she
ら
probably said a
もっ
lot
とい
more,
ろいろ言わ
right?
れただろ
Like, don't do
危険な
anything
ことするな
dangerous,
とか
or
能
psychic
力なん
powers
て
are
バカなとか
stupid,
なんと
or
か
something like that.
うんうん
Mm,
そんなことなか
not
ったよ
really.
だってあのクルスだぞ
But this is Kurisu we're talking about here. That can't be all she said. I love their little friend group as well. It's very good.
うんうん
No,
それだけ
that was all she said.
だよな
Right?
うん
I rubbed my eyes, still sleepy. Something didn't seem right.
ああそうだ
No, that's right.
昼間新
There
庄
was
さ
a
ん
call
から
from
電話あったぞ
Shinjo-san this
お
afternoon
前が探して
about
る
the
スマ
phone
ホ
you're
のことで
looking for.
あ
Oh. Nito slapped his hands together as if he just remembered something important. I quickly stood up. That was one of my biggest concerns right now. You're a bit far from home, so... I see.
新庄さんなんだって
What did Shinjo-san say? I really pressed Ito for more information. Shinjo-san had said he intended to spend the whole day getting information out of that Yamazawa Yuki girl. Thank you for the head pats. I love when head pats. I got so many head pats last stream. It was nice. I miss when you guys give me head pats unapologetically. Of course, I told him many times to ask about that phone, so he had probably got around to asking her.
ああ
No, about
それがな
that. But the answer I got wasn't one I was expecting.
あの子は持って
She
ない
doesn't have it.
ああ一度拾ったけど
She said
す
that
ぐ
she
に元
picked
の
it
場所
up,
へ戻したそう
but
だ
put it right back down.
そんな言い訳
And Shinjo-san
新
believed
庄さん
that?
信じたのか
Really?
有村が
And
確
he made
認
it
したん
checked
だ
it
と
out. She
嘘は
was
つい
telling
て
the
ないって
truth.
有村が
And he did? Which meant that she wasn't lying.
じゃあ僕の
That
携帯から
weird call from
伊
my
藤に
phone
謎
to
の着信があった
yours.
の
それも
She had
彼女は
nothing to
無
do
関
with
係だっ
it,
てさ。
supposedly.
そうか。
I see.
つまり
In other words,
スマホ
someone
を
else took my phone?
別にいるってことか。
Then who had the phone in that picture? And how and why had they managed to use my phone to call us and threaten us?
とにかく
Anyway,
宮代
he
の
says
スマ
he's
ホは
going to
引き
keep
続き
looking
捜
for
索
it,
してくれるそ
so
うだ。
why not buy a new one for
だから
now?
さ、とりあえず新しいのを買ったらどうだ？
Huh?
タクはね、
You're still the
や
club
っぱり
president and our
私
leader,
たちの
right?
真ん中に
So
い
it's a
る
big
部
problem
長なん
if we
だ
can't
よ。
get in touch with you.
だからね、
We were
タク
worried
と
all
連
day
絡取れ
today
な
for
く
one
て困る
thing.
ことはいっぱいあるんだ。今日も一日中心配しちゃったし。あと、な
And
んちゃ
Nanchan
んも
said it was
タ
really
クとお
hard when
話し
she
したい
wanted
時
to talk
にすご
to
く
you.
困るって言ってた。
I see. I'm the leader. It felt kind of embarrassing, but I knew that only these guys would say something like that. Yeah,
確かに今の
it's true that I won't be able to talk
何
to
が起こった
everybody
時
now if something
みんなと連
happens.
絡を取り合うことができないな。わかっ
Yeah,
た。
you're right.
早めに新しいスマホを手に入れるよ。
I'll get a new phone soon. Asarika smiled happily.
で、
So,
昨日の
what
話の
were you
続きなんだ
talking
けど
about
さ、
yesterday?
宮代。
続き
What
っ
were we
て
talking
ど
about
の話の
yesterday?
続きだ？
久野里さん
The
の言っ
psychic
てた
powers that
能
Kuno
力だ
Sato-san
よ。
was talking about.
本当にあり
Do
そ
you
うなの
think they
か？
really exist?
ああ、そ
No,
れ。
about that. I
わ
don't
からな
know.
いな。
It seems a little
ちょっ
too
と非科学的すぎる
unscientific.
し。
I mean, I don't know, man. If you got the scientific explanation, your head would hurt.
でも、最初
But
に
you
超
were the
能力
first
がど
one
うの
to
って
talk
言い出
about
したのは
psychic
宮代じゃなか
powers,
ったっけ？
weren't
それ
you?
は
Well,
お前には見えたんだよな。
you can see that sword thing that
有村が出した
Anita
剣
had,
みたいな
right?
の。
Yeah, it's cool.
まあ
Well, I
見えるには
could,
見えたけ
but
ど。
Anita's sword. I think she called it a D sword. Definitely looked real.
そいつが見えたっ
If
て
you
こ
could see
とは
it, that means you're a
やっぱお前
psychic,
は能力
right?
者ってことだろ。
Kuno Sato-san
久
said
野里
so
さんもそう
too.
言ってたし。
いいと。
You know, you
相
still
変わら
believe
ず久
everything
野里さん
Kuno
の言うこと
Sato-san
は信用
says,
するん
huh?
だな。
Even after
あ
what
れだけ
happened
ひど
to
い目に
you.
遭わされたのに。
She treated him pretty badly in the basement of the hospital. Maybe he was into that?
おいおい。
Hey, don't look at me
な
like
んだよ
that.
その目
It's not
は。
my fetish or
俺は別
anything.
にそういう趣味はねえぞ。
いや、
No, wait.
そういえばお
You're
前、
always trying to piss
ク
off
ルスを
Kurisu,
怒らせる
aren't
ようなこ
you?
ともよく言
Are
う
you
よ。
sure that's not
あ
deliberate?
れもわざとじゃ。
うわ
Well,
ぁ、しんちゃん
Shin-chan's
って
a
変
pervert,
態さんだっ
huh?
たんだね。
Stop it, guys.
お前ら。
Anyway,
んな
we're
ことより
talking about
宮
Miyashiro's
代の
power
能
right
力の
now.
話をしてんだ、今は。
Nito dragged us back to the original topic. And that was definitely suspicious.
いや、能力とか言われたって、
I don't know about
自
any
分の意思で
psychic
使えたこと
powers.
なんてないしさ。
I've never been able to use one when I wanted.
ラブホテルとか
Narimira
病
and
院の地下とか、
Kunosata-san said that the locks
鍵
of
を
the
開けたのは
hospital
僕
and
の
the
能
love
力だ
hotel
って
opened because I
有
wanted
村
them
や久野
to.
里さんは言ってたけど、
But I'm not sure if I
半
believe
信半疑
that.
なんだよ。
The door to the hotel room might not have been locked to begin with. And the others might just be I definitely fucked that up. Let's start over. The door to the hotel room might not have even been locked to begin with. And the others might all just be coincidence, right?
ちゃんと試して
Did
み
you
たのか。
try it?
試す
Try it?
おう
Yeah, I
だって
mean,
さ、
you won't
や
know
っ
if
て
you
みなきゃ使
can
えるか
do
ど
it
うか
unless
わ
you
かんねえ
try,
だろ。
right?
コツさえつかめ
It
ば
may be easy
案
once you know
外
the
できる
trick.
かもしれないもんね。
Even the normally disinterested Kazuki was staring at me with curiosity. It was rare to see her like this. Maybe she was interested in psychic powers and they're cool. Let me see.
それともタク
Or did you try it on your own and it didn't work?
それで
If
ダ
that's
メ
the
だったと
case,
か
that's too
だ
bad,
ったらしょう
but
がないけど
no, I wouldn't do anything that stupid by myself.
一人でやるわけないだろ。
I'm sure you would, buddy. I lied. Actually, last night I tried it and it hadn't worked.
じゃあやって
And
み
then
よう
let's try
よ
it. Come on. It's not going to
いいじ
hurt
ゃん
you.
減るもんでもないし
けどやるっ
But
た
how
って
do I try it?
どうすれば。
やっぱ
Maybe, like,
強く念じる
focus
とかじゃ
hard?
ね
And I tried that and it didn't work.
ほらほらタク念じて念じて
Come on, Taku. Focus, focus.
念じるって何
Focus on what?
そうだな
Like, you know,
例えばほら
well, moving that book
そこに
there.
ある本を動かしてみるとか
And now this is just like my dream.
わかったよ。
Fine,
やるよ。
I'll
やっ
do
て
it.
み
I'll
る。
try. But don't
け
get
ど
your
期
hopes
待は
up,
するな
okay?
大
よ。
丈夫大
I'll
丈
be
夫
fine, I'll be fine.
ほほん
Ahem.
それでは
Let's
挑
see him
戦してい
take
た
the
だきましょ
challenge.
う
Miyashiro Takara-kun. Ladies and gentlemen, can he do it? Clap, clap, clap. Suddenly, Sarika stood up straight and gave me an introduction and a round of applause. I had no choice but to stand in front of the book and get ready. I raised both hands slowly and concentrated. The funniest possible thing would be if he accidentally threw the book at his face because he concentrated too hard. We'll see what happens. Move. Move. Move.
動け
Move.
動け
Move.
動け
Move.
動け
Move.
動け
Move. Move. I stuck my hands out quickly. And then, the pages of the book slowly started to...
うーん やっ
It's
ぱ
not
動かない
moving, huh?
ね
だろう
Right.
だからできないって言ったんだよ。
チェなんだつまんね
that's
えの
lame.
ほら
Come on, Kazuki.
人んちの
Don't
壁
punch
を
the wall
殴
of
る
my
な
house.
Hmm. でもよか
I'm
った
glad
ね
though, Taku. Sariko opened one of my Mountain Views and smiled. I hadn't seen her take it from the refrigerator.
あ俺にも
No,
一本
I'll take one too. Sariko handed Ito the plastic bottle she was holding, and then took out 2 more from the fridge. She gave one to Kazuki.
おいお前
Hey,
ら
those were mine,
人のもの
guys.
勝手に
You better pay me
後で
back
金払っ
later.
てもらうからな。
なんだ
Oh,
よ
come
ケチ
on.
くせえな
Don't be so stingy. Dude just gotta buy a whole ass new phone. That shit ain't cheap. Not even in 2015.
一人暮らしは何かと
Even
金
it
が
was
かかるんだよ。
expensive. Actually,
てか、尾上
I'll take one too.
僕にも一
Why?
本。
In my house, drinking my drinks, basically. And that was 4 bottles in total. I'd have to go pack a new bag. Let's try that again. I'd have to go buy a new pack.
サンキュー。
Thanks.
There.
So,
何
are
がいいん
you
だよ。
glad?
さっき言った
You
ろ。
just said you were
よかった
glad.
ねって。
ああ
Oh, yeah.
だってさ
Because
もしもタク
if you
にそ
did
んな
have that
能力があ
power,
ったら
might mean your life
命
was
を
in
狙われ
danger,
るかもしれ
right?
ないってことでしょ
あ命を
my life would be in danger. After everyone left, Sarika's words repeated again and again in my mind.
If you did have that power, it might mean your life was in danger, right?
There's a chance that all of the victims of these murders, they were now calling them the return of the new gen madness, had psychic powers. That was the conclusion I'd reached as well. If I had the power that Kunosato-san and Arimura-san said I did, or just Arimura, rather, I could become a victim too. And Arimura had told me before. You're going to be killed, Miyashiro Takuri-senpai. Killed? Me? What the hell was going on? Normally, I'd be excited that my theory about psychic powers had been proven correct. But instead, why did I have to start worrying that they'd come after me? This doesn't make sense. For one thing, I couldn't use any psychic powers. See, I tried, and nothing moved. I focused and nothing started floating. I knew for a fact that I didn't have any powers, so even if other people said that I did. But what if the killer mistakenly thought that I did, the same way Arimura and Kunosato-san did? In that case, even if they were wrong, my life would still be in danger. No way, that's crazy. What was that sound? The door? Again. Was someone here? But others had just left, and there was no one else who would come here. No way. Could it be someone who wanted to kill me? No way. You're kidding, right? You gotta be kidding me. I can't use them. I don't have any powers. No. Stay back. Stay back. No. I'm not a psychic. I'm not. But despite my pleas, the door slowly opened. What? What's all the racket? Ken-san? Hey, Taku. Why don't you just go back? No, don't scare me like that. I staggered back and sat down on the bed. It was nice enough to bring you your favorite dancing. Oh, I know. I bet you were hoping I was a little girl, you know? No. Of course not. No, not the way it is with boys your age. So here you go. Gensan tossed me an issue of Cool Cat Press, then stuck out his hand. To be honest, I didn't feel like it, but... Is 500 yen enough? Thanks for your business. Now I can enjoy another cold one. Why not try saving up? You fool. A real man never saves up more money than he needs to get through the night. I mean, I guess I'm not a real man. Not that I have any savings accounts right now, but like, damn, dude. Listen up, Taku. If you're a man, then don't be stingy. Us the girlies. Not the girlies.
わかったわか
Right,
った。
right. Go home
今日はも
now.
う帰って。
If you're a man, if you're a man. Can you go away, Gunson? Thank you. I pushed Gunson out of the room and shut the door. The room became strangely silent once more. The occasional passing of a train seemed exceptionally loud, but when it was gone, the silence returned. He sure has been robbed plenty of times to learn not to have too much on him at once. Yeah, that's fair. But, I don't know. I feel like that's a different sentiment than what he was expressing. Shibuya Station was very close, but once you got even a little bit away from it, it became like this. Normally, I love the silence, but today, I felt a little lonely. Don't Look, How Do You Bleed, Revolving Dead, and now, Morbidly Obese. And they all had stupid names, but they're all brutal murders. I do agree that all of them are dumb, but, like, Morbidly Obese takes the cake. I guess, pun not intended. I promise. And if you did have that power, it might mean your life was in danger, right? Damn it. There's no way. I flipped open the new cool cat press to take my mind off of it. The page read, "Polish your hidden talents to make girls love you." October 12th, 2015, Monday.
終わり。
Okay, all done.
ありがとう、ゆい。
Thank you, Yui.
悪いわね。いいっていいって。
It's nothing.
のの姉には
You
い
always
つもい
do
ろ
so
いろ
much
任せ
for
っき
us.
りなんだ
And
も
I'm
ん。
not a kid anymore.
私だってもう
So you
子
can
供
count
じ
on
ゃ
me
ないん
when
だ
you
し、
need me.
こういう時くらい頼ってよ。
Yui smiled as she finished disinfecting the wound and applying the gauze. Nona was a little surprised to see her smile look just like an adult's. Yui and Yuto had come to Alba Dorm at almost the same time as Nono and Takuru. At first, they were still young, and it took time for them to get used to life here. But now, they were an indispensable part of the life at the dorm. Of course, 6 years have passed now, so perhaps that was only natural. I mean... That's right, people can get used to anything. As Nona thought that to herself, she then thought about how long 6 years truly was, and softly patted Yui on the head.
どうしたの？
What is
のの
it,
ね。
big sis?
ううん。
No,
なんでもね。
it's nothing.
大
I
きく
just
なっ
realized
た
how
な。
much you've grown up.
何？急
Where did
に。
that come from?
だから
I
なんでも
told
な
you,
いんだっ
it's
て。
nothing. I was just
Just
thinking
思っただ
about
け。
it. And at the same time, she thought to herself, I have to protect this, no matter what. And things that she built up over the last 6 years. Her family. And...
いいののね。
Listen, big
ま
sis.
た勝手に動き
Don't
回
go
って
running around
悪
and
化させ
making
ちゃ
it
ダメ
worse
なんだから
again,
ね。
okay? And the way Yui stood up when she talked was just like Nono did. It felt a little embarrassing to watch.
ごめん。
I'm sorry.
それにして
And
も、
anyway,
タクル
what's wrong
兄も
with
タクル
Big
兄だよ
Bro?
ね。
How could he just
痛がっ
leave
て
you
る
when
の
you
の
were
ね
in
を置いて
pain?
どっか行っちゃうなんて。口では文句
And
ばっ
here
か
I
り言って
thought
て
that,
も、
even though he
タクル兄は
complained a
本当は優
lot,
し
he
い
was
人
still
だ
a
って
nice
思って
person
た
at
のさ。
heart. I guess I was wrong.
そう言わないであげ
Don't say
て
that,
ユ
Yui.
イ
I'm sure that
タクル
Takaru
はタ
has
クル
his
な
own
りに
problems to
いろ
deal
いろあ
with.
るのよきっと
He sure do. He sure do.
いろいろって
Like what?
それは
Well... Nana knew that Takaru didn't want to hurt her. Takaru was just struggling as hard as he could. Against the circumstances he found himself in, against the world. However,
わからないけど
I don't
いろいろ
actually
よ
know what they are,
いろいろ
but I'm sure that he does.
変なの
That's weird. I still didn't realize that sometimes. The only thing doing that brought was sadness. They kept Takuru's past a secret for his own sake. There was nothing to be gained from digging up the awful truths of the past. Takuru knew that. So why?
とにかく
Anyway,
ばらく安
you
静
need
に
to
して
stay
お
in
くこ
bed
と
until you
これはお
recover.
父さんから
That's
の
an
命
order
令
from
でもある
Dad.
んだから
Got it?
わかったはいはい
Right.
返事は一
Saying it once is enough.
回はいわか
Right.
りました
Got it.
よろしい
Very good. Yui said the line that normally Kurisu would say, then left the room. Kurisu chuckled as she watched her go. And then she took her phone off the side table. A moment after she turned it on, the phone's wallpaper appeared. It was a photo of her family, her dad, Yuto, Yui, and Takaru, with a blank expression on his face. It was one of her most important treasures. She stared at it for a long time, then after a moment's hesitation, opened the photo gallery on the phone. And there was Takaru, mixed in along with the many of her other memories. He had the same flat look on his face, and it almost made her laugh out loud. At the very bottom of the gallery was a picture dated a long, long time ago. It was taken 6 years ago, just before the earthquake. There were 3 children in the picture. Nono, Kawahara, and one other. Suddenly, she heard a knock at the door. She quickly hid the phone behind her back.
のの姉ちゃん
Big sis, can I come in?
何
What is it?
お友達が来
Your
てるよ
friend's here.
お見舞い
She
だっ
said
て
she came to check on you.
友達
My friend?
ヤッホー
Hey there. Sariko softly opened the door and came inside.
元気
Doing good?
元気だった
If
ら
I was doing
こう
good,
して寝
I
てな
wouldn't
い
be
から
laying in bed like this. Fair point. Can't argue that.
ああそっか
Mm,
じゃ
right.
あまた
I'll
です
come
よ
back
ね
another time then.
冗
I
談よ
was
冗
just
談
kidding. You can come in.
うん
Okay. Sarika came inside, moving a little more carefully and softly than she usually did. She sat down next to the bed.
と お
should I
茶とか
bring
持っ
something
てきた
to
方がいい
Oh,
Iyo.
it's fine.
お構い
Don't
な
worry
く
about me.
ありがとうゆうと
Thank you, Ito.
うん
Okay.
じゃあ
Bye.
へへへ
Cute. Sarika smiled as she watched the door close.
何
What is it?
ゆうとくん
I
も
was just thinking
しっ
about
かり
Yuta
してき
Kun's
た
really
な
grown
っ
up.
てまだ甘えん坊
Well,
だけど
he
ね
still needs to be coddled at times, though. Yuta was shy, particularly around people older than him, but he seemed to be okay with Sarika. Though that was probably because Sarika had been around Takaru for so long.
それで
So?
Eh?
Huh?
ここに来た
The
理
reason
由
you
よ。
came here
お見舞い。
to check on you.
怪我の具合なら
I
電話
told
で
you
も
how I
話
was
したで
doing
しょ
on the phone, you know.
なのにわざ
So
わ
why
ざ
did
来
he
るな
come
ん
here
て。
regardless?
やっぱ
I
のん
guess
ちゃ
I
ん
really
には
can't
か
fool
な
you,
わないな。
non-chan.
当たり前。
Of course not.
で、
So,
どう
what
した
is
の？
it?
ちょっと
No,
ね。
I was just thinking that
の
you
んち
were
ゃんの様
acting
子
kind
がお
of
かしい
weird.
なって思って。私が？
I was?
うん。
Yeah.
電
You
話の
sounded
声
pretty
が
down
ね、
over the
元気
phone.
がないなって。何
What
言っ
are
て
you
るの？
talking about?
怪我し
I
てるんだ
got
から
hurt.
元気がない
Of
のは
course
当
I'm
たり
not
前で
feeling
しょ？
well. Yeah, I can't dispute that either.
それはそうなん
That's
だけ
true,
ど、
but I don't know how to
なんて言っ
describe
たらいい
it.
かな。とにかく
I just thought something
変だ
was
なっ
off
て
in a
思った
different
の。
way. So I
だ
came
から
by.
来たの。セリカ。
I guess I really can't fool you either, Luna thought to herself.
のんちゃん？どうしたの？
What's wrong?
具合
I'm
悪
not
い？
feeling well?
ううん。
No,
そうじゃ
that's
な
not
い。
it. That's not
そうじゃないの。
it. It's just...
ただ、
Nono hesitated for a moment, and then slowly took the phone out from behind her back. And there was only one thought in her heart. I have to protect everyone. And that was all. If she couldn't change things, they'd be put in danger. Takuru. Her family, the rest of the newspaper club. So Nono made her decision. What she couldn't say until now. What she didn't say until now. She would tell everyone.
のんちゃん？セリカ、
Serika,
言
you
ってた
said
わ
you
よ
saw
ね。
information about a girl
例の
named
病院の地下で、
Minamisawa Senri in that hospital basement.
南沢
Right.
千里っていうこの情報を見たって。うん。
Yeah,
これ、
look at this. It was the picture Nono had been looking at a moment ago. And it was Kurisu Nono, Kawahara Masashi, and one more child.
のんちゃん。
No-chan, this is... Alright, let's take another look at what we know about these sumo stickers. These stickers first started to appear around the city in 2007. We don't know who put them up or why.
果たして誰が何のために貼り始めたものなのか詳しいことは分かっていません。ただのいたず
It
ら
said
だ
that
と
they
も
were simply a prank, or that they have some kind of spiritual or religious significance, but neither of these theories are anything more than rumors. But the majority opinion online is that these stickers have been appearing in such large numbers lately because they contain some sort of message.
インターネットなどでは話題になっているということですが、
We'll ask our guest, who's familiar with youth subculture. Here too. It's eerie that we don't know who's doing it or why. And here. When you look at the design of the stickers themselves, every channel I looked at was talking about the sumo stickers. The world was talking about the sumo stickers a lot more than I expected them to. Everyone was getting excited over old news and old theories. But none of them had reached the same conclusion I had yet. Well, of course they hadn't. It was way too far-fetched. But a while ago, I'd been confident. I'd been sure of my theory. And Kunosato-san and Arimura had confirmed it. But I didn't believe in it anymore. Or more specifically, I didn't want to believe it. Because if those powers existed, it meant that I might become a victim too. I might eat my own hand, or rip open my stomach and shove a speaker inside, or have my head ripped off, or get my stomach filled with pieces of paper with faces on them. I might meet the same end as all the others. The sliced arm. The bloody stomach. The severed head falling off its neck. Eyes that wept blood. A wide-opened mouth. The sumo stickers pouring out of it. If that happens to me... No. No, 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 no! No! No way. I don't want that, no! Let's take another look at them. These are what people call sumo stickers. A close-up of the sumo sticker appeared on the screen as the announcer spoke. And the instant I saw it, I leapt up from my chair, hallucinating that all the nightmares I'd seen so far were being real-booted and attacking me. I closed my eyes so that I couldn't see the sticker. And one theory says that a student in a design school started putting them up as a form of creative expression, but whatever the reason, it's been nothing but a huge nuisance ever since. I fearfully opened my eyes and tried to catch my breath. The sticker on the screen was still staring at me with its creepy face, but nothing had happened to me. That's a fake. It's seen the 11th Rorschach, I think. Fuck that word in particular. Image in the basement of that hospital. Well, that was the real sumo sticker. And it had a terrifying effect on me. Wow, I got it. Praise me. Praise me, praise me, praise me. Give me head pats for my hard work and memory. Yay, head pats, let's go. I don't remember if I read this. Got so distracted with asking for praise. And it had a terrifying effect on me. But many of the stickers that were showing up around town were fakes, put up by people hoping to be a part of the latest fad. They had no effect at all on me. Don't scare me like that, damn it. What's wrong? Sarika jump scare. I'd finally calmed down, so when I suddenly heard a loud voice next to me, I jumped up again. Are you okay, Taku? What do you mean you lost track of where the name is? I recognized the voice, but I still fearfully turned around. Hey, what happened? Wait, no way. I suddenly felt so tired that I almost dropped straight to the ground, but I managed to stop myself. What the hell are you doing? That's what I want to know. You screamed so loud that everyone outside could hear you. All the neighbors are scared for you. I was doing voice training. Really? Sarika looked at me, worried.
でも
But Taku,
顔が
you're
真っ
so
青
pale,
ひどい
and you're
汗だ
sweating
し
badly. Sariko took a handkerchief out of her pocket and tried to wipe away my sweat.
いいよ
It's fine,
自分でや
I'll
る
do
か
it
ら
myself. I grabbed the handkerchief from her and scrubbed the sweat off my forehead.
あこれ
I'll wash
Hasta
this and give
arate
it back
kaesu
to you tomorrow.
気にしなくて
You don't
OK
need
だ
to worry
よ
about it.
タク
I
の
don't think
汗
your
だった
sweat
ら
is
汚
especially
いとか
dirty or
思わない
anything.
し
少し
You
は気にしろよ
So anyway, what do you want at this
こんな時間
hour?
に何の用だ
I put the handkerchief in my pocket. Her face took on a much more serious expression than usual as she slowly began to talk.
あのね
Um,
のんちゃ
I
ん
want
の
you to talk
話
to
をね
Non-chan and hear
聞いて
her
あげてほ
out.
しいの
クルスの
Kurisu?
今から
Right now.
のんちゃんは
She
ね
said she wanted you to
明日で
come by
いい
Alba
って
dorm after school
学校が終わった
tomorrow.
ら青葉寮に来てほしいって言ってるけどでも本
But
当は
honestly,
タク
I
に
think she actually wants
す
to
ぐに
talk
で
to
も
you
聞
right
いてほし
now.
いんじゃないかなって思うんだ
そんなに
Is it
大事なこ
that
となのか
important?
うん
Yeah,
私
I
が
could
話しちゃ
tell
って
you,
もいいんだ
but
けど
Non-chan says she wants to tell you
Non-chan.
herself.
自分でお話ししたいって
そうか
I see. Sariko never took anything this seriously. It must have been something important. It really must have been. Okay, I missed a word. It's
分か
okay.
ったこれから青葉
Alright,
寮へ行って
I'll
み
go
る
over there right now. I added a word there.
OK?
Okay.
さあ
That's my
タク
Taku.
優
Oh,
し
he's so
いね
nice. She grinned and giggled a little, then grabbed the handkerchief out of my pocket.
いい日からいいか
Don't
ら
worry, don't worry.
タクの汗
I'm
の
just
匂
going to
いを
enjoy
じ
the
っ
smell
く
of
り
your
堪能
sweat.
するんだ
いややめろ
Don't
よ
say that.
それ
See
じ
you
ゃあ
tomorrow.
明日
Very normal, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's just teasing him. She squeezed her Garo Froggy strap to say goodbye, then spun around and left the RV.
たく
Sheesh. I watched her go until she was out of the park.
クルスの
Kurisu wants to
大切な
talk about
話。
something important. And as soon as she was gone, I tried to think. What could she want? Did it have something to do with what happened? The idea scared me a little, so I got ready as soon as I could and left the RV. I hurried down the usual route I took to Alba dorm, but... Something was different. Something wasn't the same as it had been before. Something was wrong. I didn't notice anything different when I came down here on my way home from school. So what was this strange dissonant feeling? The real ones. The walls, the fences, the streetlights. Stickers were staring at me from all directions. And all of them were real. Not one of them was fake. It's that eerie 11th Rorschach image. And scenery in front of me suddenly warped and twisted. I felt the Mountain View I just drank coming back up my throat, and I tried my hardest to keep it down.
やめろ
No, don't look at me. Don't look at me. I'm not psychic. There's no reason for you to come after me. No, even if Arimura and Kunosato were right, and I did have some kind of power. It was only a tiny little power, which I couldn't master and wasn't even good for anything. So there's no point in coming after me. Leave me alone. What was that sound? It sounds like a cat in heat. No, wait. Is this the sound of a baby crying? But there shouldn't be any babies in this park. So what the hell is that sound? Immediately after I thought that, all the stickers that were staring at me smiled. And then slowly their eyes opened. No. No, 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 no! I ran as fast as I could, not caring where I went. I just needed to escape from the 11th floor shock somehow. But... no matter where I went, no matter where I went, here and here and here. There were so many of them. Were there really this many sumo stickers in Shibuya? How did I never notice before? Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Please just stop. No matter where I went, it was like they were just following me. I had no idea how long I'd been running from the phantoms of the sumo stickers. But no matter where I ran, the entire city of Shibuya was covered in sumo stickers. And each time I saw one, I felt sick and dizzy, as if I was going to throw up. Add that to the exhaustion from running, and I was barely able to keep standing. And just when I'd reached the conclusion, now there was nowhere left to Shibuya for me to rest anymore. I saw a silhouette crouched in an alley. It was a person clutching their arms to their tiny body. They looked like a stray cat. And it was so different from the girl I was used to. I initially thought I just mistook her for someone I knew. But when she looked up, I realized that it was actually her. Arita.
宮代先輩。
何してるんだ
What are you doing
こん
here?
なところで。
ちょっと
I don't
気
feel
分が
good
悪くて、
because of those.
あれのせいで。
I didn't mean to point it behind her, but didn't turn around. But that was enough to tell me what she was pointing at.
力士シール
Sumo stickers.
そっか、
I see.
先
You
輩も。
too, senpai? Huh?
先輩
You
も
look
ひどい顔
terrible,
してる。
senpai.
ダメなんで
You
しょ
can't bear to
あれ
look at them, can you?
違う。
No,
僕は
I...
僕は
I didn't want to admit it. If I admitted it, that would mean that I had a special power like Arimura, that my life would be in danger. And that would mean that instead of me going after the case would be coming after me.
なんだか急に
Is it just me?
数が増えた
Or
と
are
思
there
いま
more
せ
of them
ん
all
あ
of
れ
a sudden? Narimira's voice was so soft that it was hard to hear her.
今
And they're talking
Terebi
about it
nanka
on
de mo
TV
wadai
a
ni
lot
natteru
right
kara,
now. So I'm sure all the wrongsiders are
たかって
sticking
張り
them
ま
up
くってるんだ
everywhere.
きっと。
しかも
And
偽
not just
物
the
だけじゃ
face,
なくて
the real stickers
本物の
too.
シールまで
It's really annoying.
迷惑です。
まったくだ。
When you said it, I
そうい
think
う連
people
中
like
は
that
す
are
ぐに飽き
going
ると
to
は思
get
う
sick
け
of
ど。
it soon, though.
だと
I
いいんです
hope
けど
so.
とりあえず
Anyway,
青
let's
葉
go
医
to
院へ
Alba
行こう。
Clinic.
僕やクル
And
ス
that's
が
the
育
care
った養護施
facility
設
where
だ。
Kurisu and I grew up.
そこなら診察
There's
室
an
があるから
examination room there.
具合が悪くても
So even
休
if
める。
you're not feeling well, you can get some rest.
はい
Right.
すみません
立てるか。
Can you stand?
それくらい
I
は
can at least
でき
do
ませ
that
ん
much on my own. She forced herself to smile, then ignored my outstretched hand and stood up by herself. Getting to Alba dorm was a miserable experience. I could feel the influence of the sumo stickers increasing with every step I took. Are
大丈
you
夫
okay?
か。
はい
Yes. So she said, but she didn't look good. And I wasn't in a position to be worrying about anyone else either.
早く。
Hurry, just get to Alba dorm. And that was the one thought that drove me forward. But suddenly, she appeared before us. A woman. It was a woman with a strange presence. If we'd been on one of Shibuya's typically crowded streets, I doubt I'd ever would have noticed her. But on this empty street, she was impossible to miss. Her long hair covered most of her face. And because the street light was behind her, I couldn't read her expression at all. But I could see the strange hungry light that shone from her eyes through the thick hair that otherwise concealed her features. And it was a dark light, one that somehow brought a deeper darkness, not illumination.
先輩
Nanimina's voice was shaking. He realized how strange this woman was too. And then my eyes met hers. And the next instant, she laughed, or so it seemed to me. Her laugh was empty, but at the same time, somehow satisfied. It was a laugh like evil itself, and was nothing like I'd ever heard before in my life. And then, in a raspy, unpleasant voice, she spoke.
見つけた。
I knew she was gonna say that. I found you. This girl is bad news. You don't say, buddy. Alarm bells went off inside my mind. bad. This is bad. Bad, 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 bad. My knees started to buckle. My instincts told me that she was dangerous. Arimura was staring at the woman, not moving a muscle. She probably couldn't move even if she wanted to. It was like we were paralyzed.
That
woman. Arimura barely squeezed out the words. I think she's a psychic.
能力者です。
Psychic? I didn't want to admit it, but just looking at the woman in front of me was enough to dash all my hopes. Psychics are real. This woman. Her very existence was enough to make me believe. Arimura. What is it? What's her power? Murder. I don't know about any other Gigglomaniac's powers besides Arimura's. But for what I'd seen so far, some of them were a lot more dangerous than the ability to tell when someone was telling the truth. There have been more types, for instance, ones that could be used as weapons. And there was no doubt in my mind that this woman had that sort of power. Damn it. If I had known this was going to happen, I would have done more research. It didn't matter whether I believed or not. How could I not have the information I needed at a time like this?
Arimura.
I don't know
私にも
either.
わかりません。テレパシーなの
It
か、
could be telepathy, it could
Precognition
be
なのか、
precognition,
clairvoyance
it could be
なのか。
clairvoyance, but
ただ、
Arimura's eyes were fixed on a single point. She probably couldn't look away.
あの人の能力
I
は
think
も
her
っと危
power is
険
more dangerous.
人
Her
に
power
害
is
を与
something
え
that
る
can
力
hurt
だと。
people. Yeah, so like I said, murder! Let's go! I love when I'm right with jokes. The woman started sluggishly walking toward us. Slowly. Slowly. I finally realized that the reason she seemed to be off balance as she walked was because she was dragging one of her legs. Maybe she'd injured it. Or maybe it never worked right to begin with. She approached us one step at a time, as if enjoying our fear. She took another step. A horrible smile was frozen on her face. Her eyes were looking straight at us, as if she didn't want to let her prey escape. I have to get out of here. But my body wouldn't move. My body had turned to stone, like I'd been stared at by Medusa. And then suddenly, the wind blew. The woman's long hair flew up, and I could see just a little bit of her face. Arimura gasped. The woman had been terribly burnt. Her face was covered in horrible burn scars. The smile disappeared from her face. Instead, it was replaced by rage. And there's nothing there but burning rage and the color of anger. She slowly brought her hands up, and then pushed them out toward us. Ah. Narumita screamed and pulled my hand as hard as she could. And yeah, the serial arsonist, huh? A pillar of flame sprung up right where I was standing. There was a blast of heat and the awful stink of burning asphalt. A burning pain ran down through my cheek as the heat struck it. God, what was that? But pyrokinesis. Oh, this is a cool CG. This is definitely gonna be the thumbnail. She waved her arm. At the next moment, the space in front of me was a sea of crimson flames. Narumita and I tried our best to get away from the fire.
パイロキネシスって
I knew that meant the ability to create fire. If I remembered right, it was a word created by a famous novelist. All over the world, there were historical records of unexplained fires breaking out for no clear reason. Spontaneous human combustion, where a human body would suddenly burst into flame. One form those incidents took. Okay, I can read. You just gotta let me have a moment. Of course, spontaneous human combustion was considered pseudoscience, as most scientists believed those incidents were actually caused by static electricity, or electromagnetic waves. Electromagnetic waves, you say? And now, real pyrokinesis was happening right in front of me. Senpai, why are you just standing there? Huh? The next thing I knew, the woman was stretching her hands out toward me. We rolled around the ground with Narumita at almost the exact same moment the fire exploded outward. The smell of burning hair stung my nostrils. No, my hair! There's no time to worry about that. I kept moving away, only barely dodging the burning flames. Pillar after pillar of fire appeared behind us. It looked like the flames had spread to a bike and some garbage that were lying by the roadside, but I didn't have time to check. The one was getting closer, dragging her leg as she walked.
Arimura!
I tried to grab her hand and run, but... The fire appeared right in front of us, and as we tried to dodge it, we both lost our balance and fell to the ground. The planter next to us was on fire. I looked up as the footsteps got closer, and saw that the woman was right on top of us. She was going to kill us. That was what was going through my mind as I was lying there, frozen in terror. This wasn't an anime or a movie. This is reality. The pain from where I'd hit my leg when I fell, the pain from the burns, all these flames, the smell of melted asphalt, it was all real. Konosato-san had said that the Kiglomaniac's powers came from delusions. and not just any delusions. These delusions affected the brains of others, and through being shared, they became reality. The delusions of giglomaniacs and the shared reality they create are capable of altering the physical world itself. And that's what makes them so dangerous. Yes, and because of that, impossible pyrokinesis was happening right in front of me. And that power was going to kill me and Arimura. Delusional flames would become reality, and in that reality, we're going to be burnt to death. No one slowly pointed her hands toward us. Maybe I was imagining it, but the air around me seemed to grow hotter. No. I don't want to die. I don't want to be roasted to death by these flames. No, I don't want to die. No. No, no, no. I don't want to die yet. A bigger spiral of flame than any we'd seen before appeared before us, but at the same time. Gasp. D-sword spotted. Something strange appeared on the corner of my eye. Frighteningly sharp, but also frighteningly fragile. Finite. Phantasmal and real. Like all the ugliness and beauty in the world had been compressed into one object. And it was a D-sword. That's sick as hell, dude. Gimme. It was clearly a different shape than Arimida's, but still, I could see it. But since I didn't know how to summon it, I just desperately struck the woman with every delusion I could muster. I imagined the sword slicing through her flames, and flung that image at her with my delusions. And the burning fangs that threatened to engulf the two of us exploded. And then, the fire danced like a snake. It flew in a straight line toward the woman who had created it. And the fire turned into a spiral that leapt at her. She fell over in shock.
Senpai!
What was that? Was that my power? While I hadn't been looking, my D-sword had vanished from my vision. Senpai, let's get out of here. Arimura suddenly fell silent. I turned to see what she was looking at. As the air rippled from the smoke and heat of the flames, no one slowly stood back up. And guessed at the color of her eyes. The fire that had been there a moment ago was gone. The light that burned with hatred was gone. Now there was only ice. Her eyes were ice, frozen, emotionless, and piercing. Arimura and I couldn't move. Slowly, with an unsteady rhythm, the woman approached us. And then she stopped a few steps away. Smoke was rising off a garbage bin behind us. The planter next to us was making crackling noises from the heat. There was nowhere to run before us, behind us, or anywhere else. I couldn't even hear the bustle of the town, but the beating of my heart sounded even louder. The sound of my saliva running down my throat, the sound of my breathing, the sound of my blood flowing through my veins. All of those sounds were proof that I was still alive. But soon they would be gone. They would all disappear. Inside those burning flames. No. No. My legs shook. My eyes blurred with tears. Please. No. I don't want to die yet. I could barely speak. But the woman's expression didn't change, not even a little. And as she raised her hand toward me, I closed my eyes. I'm about to. Huh? I slowly opened my eyes. And then the woman was gone. Were we saved? All the strength drained from my body and I collapsed to the ground. I thought I was a goner. I thought she would kill me for sure. No, until a moment ago, she was definitely going to kill me. I could tell from her eyes. They were cold, without a trace of doubt, uncertainty, or hesitation. So why has she suddenly disappeared? I looked up and saw that Arimita was standing there, staring at the spot where the woman had disappeared.
Senpai.
What's wrong, Arimita? Is there something else? No, it's not. It's just... It's just... I'm too scared to move. Fair. Is this it? Princess Guardian Animita? I don't think he has the physical strength for that. I think we should be safe here. After the attack by the pyrokinetic woman, I finally got into Alba dorm with Arimita. I could probably get treatment for my burns here. It's closed, huh? And the front door was locked. I've been so busy running that I'd forgotten how late I was. It was. I hope the key's still where it used to be. I've been given a key to the dorm, but I didn't usually carry it on me. But back when I'd lived here, there was a spare key hidden on the grounds. I decided to look for it. There it is. Fortunately, the key was right where I remembered it. Part of me thought it wasn't a good idea to leave it in the same place all the time, but today I was grateful for that. You can sit there. As I went into the exam room, Arimita still stood hesitantly by the entrance. I motioned for her to sit in the exam chair.
その
Um,
怪我の治療だけど、
ご心配なく、
don't worry.
これくらいなら自分でできますから。
そう
I see. Good. I gotten a little used to it, but I still didn't like the idea of touching her skin.
あ
No,
あ、消毒
you
液とか
can use this
こ
as
れ
a
使って
disinfectant. I got some medicine, some cotton wool, and some adhesive bandages off the shelf and handed them to her. Since this was a clinic, a lot of the medicines were for use by professionals, but they were labeled in clearly written Japanese, so there was no way I could screw them up. Every time a new drug came in, it was Kurisu's job to make the label and stick it on. She always said that if she didn't, Yui, Hito, and I might take some by accident. She'd always been the type to worry about things like that. I'd always been told to make sure to straighten my shoes up when I took them off, or not to put my socks in the laundry inside out. She made me help with a lot of the cooking too, didn't she?
何か
Why am I thinking about that now? I shook my head, shocked that I was thinking about those things when something much more important was going on.
宮代先輩は
Miyashiro-senpai.
ここで
Is this
ク
where
ルス
you
先
live
輩
with
たちと一緒に暮らして
Kurisu-senpai
るん
and
で
the
すか？
others? Disinfectant must have stung because she was wincing.
暮らしてたんだよ
I used to,
少し
until a
前ま
little
で
while ago.
じゃあ
Then
今
where do you live now?
今は
No,
別
I
の場所
live
で
by
一人
myself
で
in
暮らして
another
る
place.
一人暮
You
らし
live
で
by
すか？
yourself, huh? I'm jealous.
いいですね。
まあね
I guess.
有
And
村
what
は
about you? I hadn't really meant anything by it. That was just where the conversation was leading.
知りたいですか？
Do you really want to know?
あいや
No, no.
言いた
If
く
you
ない
don't
な
want
ら
to
いいん
tell
だ
me,
けど
that's fine.
いいですよ。
I don't
別
mind.
にそれくら
I
い。
live with some relatives.
私は親
My
戚の
family
家で
lives
暮ら
kind
し
of
てま
far
す。
away.
実家ちょっと遠いので。
そ
Let
そう
me
か
see. And she was jealous of me living alone. Did that mean that she wasn't gonna go along with her relatives?
あ、
No,
言っ
just
てお
so
き
you
ます
know,
けど、
I'm not being
別に
abused
親
by my
戚の家で
relatives
い
or
じめら
anything
れて
like
ると
that,
か、
okay?
そういう昭和のドラマみたいなことはないですから。
Hmm.
え
Huh?
いえ、
No.
変に
I
誤解
just
され
didn't
ても
want you to
嫌
get
だ
the
なと
wrong
思って。
idea.
別に
I
誤
didn't.
解なんてしてない
やっぱり思
So
っ
you
て
did,
たんですね。
Right, she could tell when he's lying. That's right. She had that power. Sharing the braid cell with Taku, don't mind me. Her knowing if I was telling the truth or not made things difficult.
でも
But it's probably difficult for Arimura to know that someone was really thinking whether she wanted to or not. And that sort of explained how she acted at school. Unless she kept things on a superficial level, acting like a goofball and telling jokes, she knew what everyone really felt, and it would crush her.
はい、
Okay,
終わりまし
all
た。
done.
先
Your
輩も
turn,
どうぞ。
senpai.
あ
Okay. Since Arimura seemed to have finished, I sat down in a chair to take care of my own injuries. And at the same time, the door in the back slowly opened.
誰？
Who's there?
タクル？
Takura? Is that you?
あ
Oh no. I'd hoped that Kurisu would be asleep. Well, originally, I'd been coming here to talk to her about something important. But after the pyrokinetics attack, I decided against it. If she saw me injured like this, she would have worried, so I'd planned to talk to her tomorrow instead.
何か音
I
が聞
heard
こ
a
えるから
noise,
気
so
に
I
なっ
came
て。
down to check.
こんな時
What
間
are
に
you
どう
doing
し
here at this hour? And then she realized that there was another girl in the room.
有
Huh?
村さん
Arimina-san.
その、お邪魔して
Hi.
ます
違うんだ
This isn't
こ
what
れ
it
は
looks like. It's... I wasn't out on some kind of weird late night date with her, and then we got into a big fight where both of us got hurt. But before I could say something which would probably only make her more suspicious, Kurisu saw us both and went pale.
二人とも
You're both
怪
hurt.
我してるじゃない。
これは
This is... I knew this was coming. Her own injury hadn't healed yet, so when I saw how worried she looked, it pricked at my heart. I can read.
貸して。
Give those to me. Huh?
手当て必
You
要なん
need
でしょ
someone to treat those injuries,
いい
right?
から貸しなさ
Give
い。
me the medicine.
あ
No. Kurisu grabbed the medicine I was carrying and started to patch me up.
いやいや、もう
No,
大
we're
丈夫
fine.
っす
I
よ。
already did it
私は
myself.
もう自分で。そんな適当
You
な
have
処
to
置
do
じゃ
it
ダメ。
correctly.
後
What
に
if
な
it
ったら
leaves
ど
a
うす
scar
るの
behind?
でも、
But
でもは聞き
no
ません。
buts, understood?
わかったわね。はい。
Okay. Kurisu's no-nonsense attitude was enough to overwhelm even Arimura. She sat still and let Kurisu do whatever she wanted. Once she was finished, she started on me.
で、
So,
何があったの
what happened?
あ
No,
それは
what was I supposed to tell her?
できるだけ
I should probably
驚
try
か
to
さない
find
よ
a
うに
way
伝
to
え
say
るべき
it
なんだろう
won't,
けれど
that it won't scare her.
私たち、
We were attacked.
襲われたんです。
でストレート
That's
す
way
ぎる
too
だろ
blunt,
有村
Arimura. Arimura came straight out and told her while I was hesitating.
襲われた
Attacked?
はい。
Yeah.
炎を
By a
操る
psychic with the
力を
power
持
to
った
control
女に。
fire. Kurisu's expression started to cloud over.
だから
Come on,
有村
Arimura. Shut
余計な
up.
こと言うなよ
I glared at her, but Arimura just shook her head.
こういう時は
At times like
変に
this,
隠
you
すと
try
か
to
えって
hide
嘘っぽ
things.
くなるんですよ。
This makes it
先
sound
輩
like you're lying,
相手に
senpai.
も余計な
It'll
心
only
配を
make
かけま
people
す。
worry more. True.
つうか、
And besides,
宮代先
even
輩
without
の
my
嘘って
power,
私
it's
の
easy
能
to
力なん
tell
かな
when
く
you're
てもわ
lying,
かりやすいですし。
Miyashita-senpai. I mean,
有村さんの言う
Arimura
通り
sounds
だわ。
right. Just tell me the
ちゃんと話して。
truth, okay? I guess I didn't have a choice. I told Kurisu what had just happened, carefully choosing my words so as not to scare her. While I spoke, I had flashbacks to the terror that I'd felt during the attack. And my voice started to shake. But I couldn't help that.
ということで
So we don't know why
理由は
either,
僕たちにも
but she
わから
was
ないんだ
definitely after us.
でもあの女は間違いなく僕たちを狙ってきた
And everything I said sounded unrealistic, even to me. But Kurisu intently listened to every word. She just sat there and listened.
宮代先輩。
Miyashita-senpai. Arimura suddenly looked at me and spoke.
見えますかそれ。
Can you see that? Huh? Only then did I notice it. I've been so busy talking that I hadn't noticed, but something had appeared in the corner of my eye.
これは
That's... When I remember the terror I'd felt during the attack, had I brought this back as well? There's no mistaking it.
ディソード
A D-sword. I whispered the words to myself and tried to visualize it more clearly. And then, the hazy, indistinct image began to take shape. I reached out my hand toward the bizarre object. But
なんだこれ
what's going on?
どういうことだ
For some reason, I couldn't touch it.
タクル
Takaru,
何をし
what
て
are
い
you
るの
doing?
剣があるんだ
There's a sword right there.
剣
A sword?
やっぱり出
I
せるように
figured
な
you
ったん
learned
で
how
す
to
ね
manifest your own
自分の
D-sword
理想
now.
度
I didn't mean to say.
自分の
My own D-sword?
はい
That's right.
それが
That's your
先輩の
D-sword,
理想度ですよ
senpai.
理想度
D-sword. An illusory sword that could only be seen by those with the power to make delusions real.
僕は
And then I have a
やっぱり
psychic
能力者
after all.
なのか
だからずっと
And
言
that's
っ
what
て
I've
る
been
じゃない
telling
で
you
す
this
か
whole
そうだ
time.
って
じゃあさっき
And
の
then
女
that woman
あれはやっぱり
was after me.
僕を
だと思
I
いま
think
す
so. Of course.
私を狙っ
It's
た可
possible
能
that she
性
was after
もも
me
ちろんあり
too.
ますけど
I think she was after both of you. And what I've been afraid of had become real. That woman. Her eyes. Her appearance. And her flames. And the burn marks on our bodies told me that this wasn't a dream. It was real. At this rate, I would be killed like the victims in Don't Look and Revolving Dead.
どうして
Why? Why was this happening to me?
あの
Um,
有村さん
Arimura-san. Kurisu suddenly interrupted our conversation.
なんで
What
しょ
is
う
it?
あなたの知っている
Can
こ
you
と
tell me everything you know?
全部私に教えて
Huh?
どうしてですか
Why?
誰が何
I'm
のた
going
め
to
に
find out who's
こんな
behind
事件
these
を起こしてい
murders
るのか
and why they're
調べる
doing
の
this.
おい
What? Stunned, I leaned closer to Kurisu.
お前
You told me so many
事件に
times
関わ
not
る
to get
なんてずっと言って
involved.
でももう
It's too
遅いん
late
で
for
しょ
that now.
この先
There's
も
a chance they
タ
might
クル
come
や
after
有村
the
さんが
two
狙
of
われる
you.
かもしれないのよね
クルス
I noticed earlier that something seemed a little off about Kurisu. She told me so many times not to get involved in anything dangerous that I was sure when I told her what had happened tonight she'd freak out. And that's why even when I'd fled here, I still hadn't wanted to see her. But after I had told her, instead of looking angry or raising her voice, her expression was firm and resolved.
あのね
Listen, Takaru.
セリカから聞いてる
Serika
か
may
も
have
しれない
told
けど
you, but there's something I want to
話しておきたいことがあ
talk
る
to
の。
you about. Oh,
ああ
yeah.
実は
And
私
there's actually something I haven't
あな
told
たに言っ
you.
てないことがあって
言ってない
Something you haven't told me. I felt a sudden pain in my heart. Her words reminded me of last time, when I was told that my parents were murdered. When I found out that the family rule at the Alba dorm, that nobody kept secrets from each other, didn't apply to me, or just everyone else. When I found out that I was the one person who was different from the rest of my family, and I knew Curtis had remembered it too. She had almost brought herself to the verge of saying something, but her memories came back and stopped her. She kept opening and closing her mouth, only to finally fall silent. I almost never saw her like this.
クルス
Kurisu,
僕な
don't
ら
worry about
大
me.
丈夫だ
I balled my hands tightly into fists, as if I was trying to tell this to myself too.
今の僕
I'm
は
not
あの
the
時とは
same person
違
I
うよ
was before.
多分
Probably.
だから聞かせ
So
てく
tell
れ
me.
タクル
Was I just imagining things? Takurusu's eyes got a little wet. I couldn't bear to look at her, so I continued.
とにかく
Anyway,
その
I need
言
to
ってな
hear
いこ
what
と
it
っ
is
ての
that
は
you
聞かない
haven't
と
told me.
何が何だか
Otherwise,
わ
I
かん
won't
ない
know
よ
what's going on. So true.
そう
You're
ね
right. Yeah.
そうよね
I'm sorry.
ごめんなさい
And then she slowly started to speak. This is what she said.
今度の事件
I'm involved with this case,
私は
too.
無関係じゃないの
I mean, you did get stabbed. I never thought that she would say something like that. Kurisu's involved in the case. What does she even mean by that?
この前
That hospital
あ
you
なたた
snuck
ちが忍
into
び込んだっ
before.
ていう病院ね
AH
AH
東京
Tokyo
総合
General
病院
Hospital?
ええ
Yes,
その病院の地下の
basement.
こと
I knew about it.
私前から知っていた
は
I couldn't believe what I was hearing. It was so sudden and surprising that I couldn't even follow it. In the basement under AH Tokyo General Hospital. She knew about that terrifying place. Why? How?
昔
A long time ago,
千里がね
Sunri. Minamisawa.
南
Sunri.
沢千里のことよ
南沢千里
I had to stop myself from reaching out and grabbing her by the shoulders.
どうして
How do you know
彼女
about her?
それは
That's
その
because, well... Kurisu paused and looked away. And then she showed me the phone in her hands.
これよ
Because of this. And there's a picture on her phone. A happy, smiling boy and two girls. The picture was old, but I recognized one of the girls as Kurisu, and the boy is Kawahara-kun. And there's also a girl with them who had very gloomy eyes. And it was without a doubt the girl whose data I've seen in the facility. The one called Minamisawa Senryu.
そ
That's
そうか
right. I
思い出した
remember. I knew I'd heard the name
南沢って名前
before.
どこかで聞いたことがあると思ったんだ
It was during the culture festival. Kawahara-kun had said.
特に
Especially me. And
俺
one
とあ
other
ともう
girl.
一人
Her name was
地震で
Minamisawa.
死んじまったけど
She died in the earthquake,
南沢って
but
やつ
before
は
that,
い
the
つも
three of
ク
us
ル
were
スと一緒
always
にいた
together.
3人でよくつるんでたんだよ
川原君が言ってた
Kawahara-kun said you had a
南
friend
沢
named
って子が一緒だったっ
Minamisawa.
て
そう
And that's right.
この
The
写
three
真を
of
撮っ
us
て
used
こ
to
ろの
play
私たち
together.
はいつ
And
も
this
一緒
photo
に
was
遊んでい
taken
た
out
のよ
around that time. Minamisawa Senri, who had been subjected to those awful human experiments, used to be Kurisu's friend.
千里はね
Senri used to go to that hospital
毎
once
週
a week,
日曜日に
every
あ
Sunday.
の病院に通っていたわ
じゃあ
Then you...
クルスは
The back of my throat had gone dry and hurt terribly.
クルスは
Then you knew what
あ
was
そこで
going on
何が
there.
行われていたのかも知ってたのか
Kurisu bit her lip and slowly nodded.
当時子供だっ
I
た
was just a
私には
child. There was
どうしよう
nothing
も
I
なか
could
ったの
do. It was so
それが
unbelievably frustrating,
悔しくて
and it made me so,
悲しくて
so sad.
悲しくて
I
悲しくて
was so sad.
悲しくて
Kurisu looked down. Her face was twisted with pain, as if she was being tortured. She was a girl with a strong sense of right and wrong. Knowing that her friend was being experimented on must have been terrible for her. Did Kurisu maybe go through the same trauma that I did?
でも
But I'm not
今
a
はもう
child
子供
anymore.
じゃない
I can't
逃
keep
げるわ
running
けには
away
いか
from
ないわ
it. I
私
have to
は
know the truth about what's
事件
going
のこ
on.
とを知っておかなきゃいけないそうじゃないと
Otherwise, I can't protect
誰も
anyone.
守れない
クルス。
有村さん
Arimura-san,
お願い
please, tell me
全部教
everything.
えて
Was that really the right thing to do? I'd put Kurisu in danger before, and now I was sending her down a dangerous path again.
仕方ないですね
We don't have a choice.
ちょ、
Wait,
待ってくれ
Arimura.
有村。
I tried to stop Arimura, but Kurisu cut me off.
ねえタクル
Hey, listen, Takaru,
今日あなたた
I
ち
don't
に
know
怪我
who
をさ
hurt
せ
you
たのが
two
誰な
today,
のか
but they might come
それは
back,
わからないわ
right?
けどまた襲ってくる可能性があるんでしょ何も知ら
If
な
I
いま
don't
まじ
know
ゃ
what's going on,
私
I
は
can't
何
do
もしてあ
anything
げ
to
られない
help you.
た
All
だ
I
う
can
ろ
do
たえ
is
るだ
be
けで
afraid and
何
helpless.
もできな
I
い
don't want that.
そんなの嫌なのよだから
So, tell me
全部聞かせて
everything.
私にも羨ましいで
I'm
す
so
ね
jealous.
いえ何でもないです
So,
で
can I tell
クレス先輩に
Kurisu-senpai?
話しちゃってもいいんですか
Yeah. I slowly nodded.
でも有村、
But Arimura,
クルスを
before we
巻き
get
込む前
Kurisu
に
involved, can I
一つだ
ask
け
you
聞
one
いてもいい
thing?
か。
私に
And that
ですか？
is,
僕はお
I
前の
don't
こと
really
ま
know
だよ
much
くわからな
about
い。
you. Honestly,
正
I don't
直
know if I can really
信
trust
じて
you.
いいのかどうかも。
なるほど
I see.
そうでしょうね
That makes sense.
でもなんてい
But
うか、
right now,
今
it
は
doesn't seem like
悪い
you're
や
a
つじゃ
bad
ないような
person,
気がしてるんだ。
so I wanted to ask you.
だから聞いておきたいんだけど、
だから
Ask me
何
why.
をです
お前は少なくとも
If nothing else,
その
you're not our enemy.
僕らの敵じゃないんだよな。お前のせいで
No one I care about
僕
is
の
going
大
to
事な
die
誰かが
because
死
of
んだ
you,
りしないよ
right?
な。
Arimura thought for a moment as she looked at me and Kurisu in turn. And then,
まあ
No,
さっきは宮
you
代
just
先
saved my
輩に
life
助
back
けてもら
there.
いましたし
And I don't think it would
恩
be
を
right
仇
to
で
hurt
返す
you
っ
after
てのも
that.
どうかと思
So
う
I
んで
swear it.
誓っときます私のこと
I'm
は
on your guys'
先
side.
輩たちの味方だと思ってて問題ないですよ
そっか。
Okay.
おっと
Oh,
ただ
but I
し
hate it
ヘ
when
ラヘラ
people
なり
get
やかに
clingy
する
and
のと
super
か大
friendly.
嫌いなん
So
で
keep
そ
that in
の辺は
mind.
よろしく
And then she smiled just a little. And that's probably the first time I ever saw her genuinely smile. Cute. October 12th, 2015, Monday. Shinjo looked up at the huge white building and sighed loudly. AH Tokyo General Hospital. After Kurisu's report, he decided to visit it himself. It was almost midnight. Visiting hours were long over, and he didn't have an official warrant. He was here entirely of his own volition. But as he saw it, he was never getting a warrant the usual way, so this was his only shot. Normally, he'd want to slowly, painstakingly build up a case, but it seemed to him that searching this hospital was so important there just wasn't time to spare. First, I need to see if what Kunosato Mio said is true. If I could do that. I should be able to get as many warrants as I want. After his own investigations, he found that something strange had started happening here in 2007, 2 years before the earthquake. At the time, there was a treatment facility in Shibuya called the Arc Medical Association that was involved with some kind of cult. On the surface, it was a mental health clinic staffed with talented doctors from university hospitals. There was no way to know what they'd actually been doing, but evidently, some people had suspected that they were brainwashing troubled patients. But suddenly, the facility was reborn as a hospital with a non-profit assisted living facility. And all the doctors that Arc Medical had fired were rehired at AH Tokyo General Hospital. And then 6 years ago, there was a new generation madness. The 5th victim in that case. Takashi Fumio, the victim of the so-called dumb school case, he had been kept alive for a week after his brain was removed. Had worked at AH Tokyo General Hospital. What's with all these creepy coincidences? There was too much that seemed suspicious. What do you done at a time like this? And then he shook his head. Do it your own way, that's what he would have said. Either way, Shinjo knew that if he could get proof of what was in this facility's basement, the case would take a whole different turn. Even if there was something big lurking in the shadows behind this case, if he presented inconceivable proof, the police would have no choice but to act. It wasn't just about the facility after all. There were a lot of people involved too. The lives and dignity of the victims who had been turned into test subjects also mattered. Experimenting on humans, huh? Disgusting. Every year, almost 100,000 people went missing. If some of them had been forced into these experiments, that was a big problem. Okay, let's get this over with. His voice was somehow relaxed, yet driven, as he headed into the hospital. He learned to memorize the location of the facility from Kunosato. He snuck in from the ER loading zone and headed to the basement. The temperature there was clearly different from the areas before. And then he went to the autopsy room. If I remember right, this is where the entrance is. He opened the breaker box and saw the card reader inside. So this is it. He held the card key that Kunosato had given him. And he heard the sound of an opening door. I see. So something's big's happening here. Something's big's, I see. So something big's happening here. There we go. There's a hidden staircase in the back of the autopsy room. And part of him hadn't believed it until he'd seen it for himself, but now he was essentially sure. A normal hospital wouldn't need something like this. Shinjo stopped for a moment to take a breath, then headed down the stairs. And there's an old hallway at the bottom. It smelled like mold and dust. When he turned on his pen light, he saw that it was an old facility, and the walls were falling apart. This place is still being used. If no one visits a building, it rots away. Unless someone uses it every day, it won't last long. But this place was different. It was old, but it was old, but he was nearly certain someone was using it.
確かこの
I think
先
she
だと言っ
said
て
it's
た
up
な。
this way. Shinjo followed the directions that Kunosato had given him as he headed toward his goal. His first stop was the monitoring room, which would have critical information on the facility. He wanted the data on the computer there. And then he he wanted to find the room where the victims of the experiments were being kept. He turned down many corridors as he headed for his destination. The cell-like rooms he saw on the way concerned him, but they could wait until later. Right now, his biggest job was to get the evidence he needed.
ここか。
This must be the place. Shinjo finally found the spot he was looking for. He used his key card to unlock the door. Then he swallowed and put his hand on the doorknob. When he got inside, he saw... What? Damn it! He quickly ran to the other room, the prison where Yamazoe Yuki had kept the test subjects.
冗談じゃ
You're
ない。
kidding me. This can't be. It can't be. He quickly found the room and flung open the door. And then he stood still in astonishment. There was... nothing there. No victims, no beds. None of the things that Kunosato had told him about. The monitoring room had been empty too. There were no security cameras, no computers. Nothing at all. All that remained was the simple fact that there was nothing left at all. Herm.
なあ宮代、部活行くんだろ？
Hey Miyashiro, I'm going to the club today, right?
もちろん
And of course.
今日
I
は
want
い
to
ろい
go
ろ
over
と
a
事件
lot
に
of
ついて
things
整
with
理し
the
たいんだ。
case.
んじゃ
Okay,
行こうぜ。
let's go.
あ
No,
悪いけ
sorry.
ど
Go
先
on
行ってて
ahead without me.
なんだ
You
用で
you
もあ
got
んの
something
か
to do?
用ってか
I'm on cleaning
今日掃
duty
除動画
today. I pointed to the other students who were moving the desk and sweeping the floors.
あ
Yeah, but you know,
あ
how did they
な
make
んで
the
生徒に
students do
掃
the
除とかさせるん
cleaning?
だろうな。
Probably so they don't have to hire janitors. That's just a guess, though.
確かに
You
な
said it.
そもそも
And
生
it's
徒が
only
学校
a
を掃除
few
するなんて習慣があるのは
clean in
日
Japan
本
to
を
make their
含めわ
students
ずか
do
な
the
国だけで
cleaning.
ああ、ストップ。
No, stop, stop. Don't need to hear it. Okay, see you later.
あ
Oh,
ったく
sheesh. Then to get this finished and head to the club room. I saw a scrap of paper lying on the floor next to the garbage bin. Someone had probably tried to throw it in the wastebasket and missed, then left it there. I really wish they'd think about the people that had to do the cleaning before they did that. I took a quick look around. There's another student named Tanaka-san right nearby who was mopping up the floor. Fortunately, there was no one else around. Okay, let's try this. I visualized the scrap of paper lifting off the ground. This is more difficult than you'd think. If you lost your concentration for even a moment, it wouldn't work.
どうだ
Well,
いけ
can I
か
do it? I took the scene I'd imagined and tried to strike Tanaka-san with it. And then...
よし
Yes. And the scrap of paper floated upward, just like I'd imagined. And then it floated into the garbage can.
ナイス
Nice. I mean, I can't blame him, but damn, dude. He did a little victory pose.
あれ
Huh? Tanaka-san was looking around in surprise. She looked at me, a little afraid.
ねえ
Hey, Miyashiro-kun.
あ、はい。
Yes?
Na-
No, what is
です
it?
か。
今さ
Did I just see a
なんか
piece of paper
紙
move
くずが
into the
ね
garbage can on its
勝手にゴ
own?
ミ箱に
はあ。
Huh? The way his voice actor delivered the line is perfect.
手も触れてない
Like,
の
you
に
know,
ゴミ箱
it
に
went
入
in
った
without
ってい
anybody
うか
touching it.
ね
ええ
Huh?
まさ
No
か
way.
何か
You
の
must have
見
been
間違いじゃないで
mistaken.
すか。
えあ
Oh,
うん
yeah. I guess
そう
you're
だよ
right.
ね
Still, she stared at the garbage can, unsatisfied.
あの、 ゴミ
I'd
捨
like
て
to
てきたい
go
んですけど
throw out the
いい
garbage.
ですか？
Is that okay? Huh?
うん
Yeah.
ごめんね
Sorry. I took the garbage can out into the hallway. More. I want to use this power more. Oh, buddy. Chapter 7, The Resistance 2. In time for the eroding past. We will find out more next time. I'll save over this. That's fine. Yippee! I think Takaru will get his D-Sword faster than Takumi did in Chaos Head. Especially if he's already just casually, you know, moving over garbage into the can. You know? But we'll see, we'll see. If memory serves right, Takumi didn't get his D-Sword finally until the final chapter. But that's just a theory. A game theory. I don't know. You love cool imaginary swords? Me too. I kind of want to, like, think up of a design for, like, what would be my own D-Sword if I were in the game type thing. I don't know, though. We'll see, we'll see. I got so many other shit to do. We'll see. I might not have the time to. That would be rad. We'll see, we'll see. How many times will I say we'll see? A lot. Start a counter in chat now. Just kidding. I'm still enjoying the story. I hope you guys are also enjoying it. Oh man. Y'all will be doing chapter 7 next time. And there's only 10 total chapters for the normal route. So we're like almost to our first ending. That's crazy. So we won't be getting our first ending before the new year. Because there's only 2 Saturdays after that in December. Unless I'm feeling silly goofy and do more of the story anyways. There's no rush though, so I probably won't do that. I really don't know what to expect from the first ending too, but I also don't know what to expect from this coming chapter either. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens, methinks. Thank you guys so much for joining as always. I do appreciate it. You like all the characters from the game so far, which is refreshing given Chaos Head. That's fair. I will catch you all next time. Be it tomorrow or sometime next week. Yeah. Until then, though. Bye. Yeah. Boy.